Morning, folks. Welcome to the Joey Show. I'm Joey Avery, excited to be with you today. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if society is. We have women pretending to have Down syndrome so they can plug their OnlyFans links. Yes, hopping right into it. That is an actual thing that is happening right now. How does that make you feel? The answer should be not good. If the answer is little bricked, take a walk. I'm going to place you on administrative leave from listening to the show. If that fired you up at all, take a walk. Now, I'm not assuming everyone on here is chronically online, is going through the bowels of the Instagram Reels segments, is going through TikTok. But there are people, there are actual creators online right now who are posing as hypersexual, attractive-ish people that appear to also have a Down syndrome-esque disability that, according to their body type, has not kept them out of the gym. And they are plugging OnlyFans links, posing as these people. Now, this generates a lot of thoughts and commentary around where we're at as a society. I think it's first best to explain what exactly is happening. Now, some of these people believe they're AI, but there's a YouTuber, shout out to this guy for making a video. I'm going to give him his credit here because it tipped me off. Kavos, who did a little bit of a deep dive on this. There are actual girls that are using, I guess they're using AI, but to do a filter, a Down syndrome filter. Hey, first question, who made that? Who made that and why? And what is their life like? Are they sitting at home across the dinner table from their wife or husband or significant other or mom or dad, and they're saying, hey, you looked stressed. How was work today? Oh, God, brutal day at the making filters to make people look like they're mentally handicapped factory. What is that? Whose job was that? Whose boss was like, hey, I got an idea. How about a filter that makes people look like they have Down syndrome? Now, the first question a reasonable person would ask themselves in this scenario is, to what end? Why might we be making? What are people going to do with that? Now, I don't know. Maybe you talk yourself into that. Maybe you're like, hey, look, I'm just making a filter. Maybe people will use it to increase acceptance because we know that's how society works. You say, hey, I've made a Down syndrome face filter, and people say, I will use that well and for good. I will not use these powers for evil at all. The amount of layers and steps that we can go into, that we can dissect, that we can consider and understand as a society, that people have made a filter that makes people appear to have Down syndrome, that then hot girls are using to put on their bodies to say, hey, I'm not just a hot girl, I promise. I have Down syndrome. Watch me fuck? That's not good, guys. That's not good. Look, I'm a positive person. I'm coming off a lovely little stretch. I had friends in town. Did we have a nice time last night? Yeah. Is my voice gone? Am I a little hungover? Yeah. Is this the first thing I saw this morning when I was waking up trying to rub the sleep out of my eyes? And I gotta watch an investigation into how people are using Down syndrome face to honeypot weird dudes into paying to see puss vids of a person that shouldn't be running a business, which is not the problem at all. The business isn't the problem at all, but even that's impressive. If this is what they were up to, I would be happy for them in a reserved sense. I would steer clear of it. but I would be proud of them for following their dreams. To fake it is crazy. To fake it is crazy. Okay, this is now, I'm not going to draw, it's not good to draw a historical comparison to blackface, which is also very bad. But if we're talking about an industry that a certain group of people are not allowed to take part in and other people are just putting their face on themselves to exploit them so that they can use it, and why are people buying it? I understand how it works as an Instagram reel. You're scrolling. Oh, what's that? Oh, Joey Avery posted a new clip. I should watch it all the way through. I should like it. That would be nice. You're scrolling. You see a news article. You're scrolling and see what? And then you scroll and see, some yams out with a face and you go, oh, that's a hook. That is an attention-grabbing hook. Now, one of these creators uses all sorts of things like, oh, the fact that does my Down syndrome make you uncomfortable, that I'm also hot, or this doesn't mean I can't be hot, or does it mean I'm never going to lose my V card? And it's just the comments, the way that people are engaging in it will make you think society is close to about wrapped. Now, I don't mean to harp on the negative. Also, nice things are happening. I had a lovely dinner with my friends last night, and we had some fun laughs. So, there are beautiful things still occurring in this world. It's not all people using fake Down syndrome filters to honey trap people into paying money while they stroke their dongs unethically in a pyramid of unethicality. Because even if this was above board, it's weird. But now it's someone faking it so that you can enjoy it. And I don't know if that's better than someone who, I'm not qualified to tell you what should be happening here, but this needs to stop. This is the logical conclusion of a society that has prized above all else grabbing people's attention and being able to sell quickly. People will use attention-grabbing methods to get you into the realm where you're willing to pay, and sex sells, and that's that. But I'm looking at this going, these girls appear to be hot, okay? The proof that this guy Kavos goes through in his video is that you can see little moments where they're putting on a mask or something and the filter breaks. So you can see for a moment that their teeth look different, that their face looks different. They look fine the way they were, but they were having trouble breaking into the industry. Is this like, I understand everything through comedy. It's a crowded space. People are trying to pop out. Some people have interesting haircuts that people might notice. Okay, you're using attention-grabbing moments. You're doing crowd work. Is this the OnlyFans version of crowd work? I don't want to diminish my industry by even saying that. That's a horrible thought, and the answer is no. The answer to that is no. That's not what this is. But I'm going, is it that bad out there that you got to do this and it's working? And it's genuinely working? Like, is this how bad the tariffs have gotten? Is this what has happened with Trump's trade war? Okay, that people can't make a margin selling hoodies that have New York printed on them, so they've taken them. We used to live in an economy where you could just open up a shop and sell candles. You didn't have to pretend to be mentally handicapped just to hawk your pussy on the open market. You didn't have to do that. Where have we gotten? And where will it go? And where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? These are just the sorts of hard-hitting questions that we answer here on the Joey Show, and I'm happy you're here with us, all right? These are dark times. We're going to get through them together. We need to find out who these people are and make them stop. And we need to find out who the people are who are paying and cranking, and they need to cut that shit out too. You need, I've never been to a therapist, but you need therapy, dude. You need therapy. If you're just going about your day on Instagram and you allow yourself to get rabbit hole sidetracked into having an absolute sneaky midday crank to a fake mentally handicapped person who's curved up. I understand people are into weird things. I understand that when it feels a little wrong, it can feel a little right, but for the love of fucking God, man, have some morals. Have some belief. Start a morning routine. Do push-ups. Do something. Don't crank to the fake downs, lady. Don't do it. And if it was real, don't do it anyway. Let them live their life. We need to keep this at the love on the spectrum level. We need to keep this as a wholesome activity. We can't let this happen. Not in my America. I'm not going to let it happen. I might run for president on this message alone. My fellow Americans, in a time where we are divided over issues ranging far and wide, from immigration to the economy, to the role of inclusivity and diversity, to who we are as a nation, what we are as a nation, who we should be, who we could be, what our involvement should be in foreign wars, who's our ally, who isn't, whether or not we can really trust and love our neighbor in times where the rhetoric gets so divisive and so nasty and so brutal, it's so polarizing. Can we not all come together and agree that we're not going to self-pleasure ourselves and pay money to people who fake having Down syndrome just to get a goddamn nut off? That's not who we are as a society. Look, I don't want to be too West Wing about the whole thing. I don't want to be too Aaron Sorkin about all of it. I don't want to sit here and pretend like we've always been a perfect country or that we don't have problems now, but God damn it, man, I have some self-respect. I believe in us as a nation of people who aren't going to crank to the fake Downs lady online. We're not going to make her one of the richest people on planet Earth. We're not going to do that. We're not going to reward this kind of behavior. We can't. We won't. We're better. I've never even been in a fucking ice bath. I want to do it now just to reset my own dopamine on behalf of the entire fucking nation. We're better than that. I believe we're better than that. Yes, I know that we've gotten to the point where content is king, and when content is king, then sticking out is what you have to do, and what you do to stick out often beclowns you. There's this story of this streamer, this guy named Vitaly, who I couldn't even begin to describe the laundry list of disgusting things this man has done. He went and tried to fuck around in a nation known as the Philippines, and he found out. He went to the Philippines. He wanted to stand out on stream. He stole a bike from a cop. He was making fun of ladies. They threw him in a Filipino gulag. He was laughing at the court date, thinking, I'm gonna get some clicks for this. Yeah, you're gonna get some clicks from this. Click clack from the man next to you, whose name is fucking Click Clack. He doesn't even know his goddamn name in there. He's been in there so long. They don't have rights over there. What's wrong with people online? Have some artistic integrity. If you want people's attention, try to provide value. Try to do something. Try to work. Be a normal OnlyFans girl. How about that? You don't believe in your box enough, lady? You don't believe you got a magic enough box to just shove a cucumber up there and grab a few bucks off people like a normal hardworking gal? I don't know why I'm going. I feel like I want to give you this rundown as a guy from Alberta. I want to go Canadian. Fucking rights, buddy. I'm not going to sit here and fucking crank to the chick who's faking having an extra chromosome. We don't do that, bud. It's not right, buddy. Bumping and grinding, all right? It's the NHL playoffs. Isn't there something else you can watch other than a girl fake being What's happened? This is what happened. Everyone fights to bring the R word back. Everyone fights to say retard again, and now all of a sudden people think you can just You can just besmirch their name. You can walk around here with stolen special valor. It's not right. It's not good. I won't stand for it. Me and the 12. We don't stand for this shit. We have morals on this. If there's one thing this program has, it's morals, because it sure ain't listeners. It's not always about getting the most. Yeah, I can have a more popular podcast. Give me the filter. How much better would this show be if it looked like it was coming from someone with Down syndrome? You'd go, that guy's making some points. I'm saying it. You're like, okay, great. Another white guy with a podcast. No, if it looked like I had a little extra chrome going on, you'd be going, well, this one's brilliant. But I don't do that. I don't do that. And I'll tell you why. Because while you're looking in your little black mirror, while you're looking at your phone all the time, looking at what people want to show you, I've got a mirror I look into. It's hanging on my fucking wall. And it's saying, you want to sleep well tonight, fuckface? Do this as you. Do this as you. You know, my father, when I was a child, he would every night, before I would go to bed, he would say, son, you know, in this family, we do two things. We work hard, and we never pretend we have Down syndrome just to sell our naked bodies online. Two things, two simple things. Two simple things. I don't have a hard Scrabble story. I may not be. I don't come from a family of recent immigrants. I don't have that story, but I do have that. I do have that. I have a moral structure. I have literally, that's it, because we didn't even grow up religious. The religion in my house was, don't you dare pretend to have special needs just to sell ass pics online. And it was simple, but we had that. And I think that's important, and we have lost that as a society. Not everything's about clicks. Not everything's about clicks. Not everything's about views, guys. Some things are about, there's a feeling. You have it, okay? I'm not a religious person. You have a soul. You know when you're being good and you know when you're being bad. Santa's real, okay? He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you're pretending to have a Down syndrome face to sell videos of your tits online. Santa's real, okay? Santa's a metaphor. Earmuff it, kids. He's obviously real. He's going to bring you a present, okay? He is you. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. We got to fix this as a society. This should be discussed at the White House level. I'm telling you, these Trump tariffs, we have not seen the full economic impact of them yet. My concern with him, okay, is that a lot of people think he's a secret genius. He does have points that resonate with people. I think he's a guy who can be very wrong about things and doesn't want to hear anyone say otherwise. And through his commentary on the tariffs, it sounds like he might have a misconception of how this will affect the economy, and he might not actually land this plane. And if he does not, then the economy is going to get bad soon because they haven't even taken effect yet. And that's going to have downstream effects on all of society because there are going to be people running businesses with small margins who are not going to be able to make it. And if they're all out of business and everyone's trying to just follow their fucking dreams now and make content, you have no idea how many fake retarded people are going to be on OnlyFans selling pussy, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Hey, I didn't need to go to fucking Harvard Business School. I didn't need to go to Penn. I didn't need to go to USC and do coke with people who have rich fathers who didn't love them, who are still processing that in interesting ways by fucking their way through sororities. I didn't have to do all that to understand the basic economic implications of the fact that if our economy is based off people faking having special needs to sell pussy, we're in a bubble. And it might pop. That's not great. Okay, I'm not saying that's everything. That's not everything. There's great videos online. Sometimes a gorilla hangs out with a puppy or something. And that's nice too. And I like that. I'm not an anti-internet guy. I'm just calling it like I see it. We can't let this happen. This can't be our main export. It really can't, guys. We need to clean it up before it's too late. Okay? It's a problem. Now, if the pod doesn't take off, I might try it. Look, I'm not saying... No, I'm kidding. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And you don't see guys doing this. You don't see men doing this, okay? Why do we think that is? Do you think I'm going to... What do you think the point is that I'm about to make? Do you think I'm about to say, because guys would never do that? No. It's not because guys are better people. It's because women are better people, and they wouldn't pay for that, okay? They don't need to watch that sort of... They don't need to watch a Special Olympics orgy, okay? They don't need to watch that. They can read books about fake rich vampires smacking them around a little bit, and they get fired up just doing that. They like to read their sex sometimes, okay? How nice does that sound? It's very nice, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It's a powerful thing. It's a drug. It's a weakness for a lot of people. If you're struggling with this, you can be better. There might be, statistically, by the numbers, one of you sick little piggy fucks, and I call you that with love and respect, might have spent some time on this page. I don't think any of my listeners paid for this subscription service, but you might have watched the videos, and your watch time might be over 100%. And I want to say to you right now, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Come clean. Think about what you've done. It doesn't mean that's you forever. This doesn't have to be, we're not going to write this on your tombstone. Okay? This is not going to be in your eulogy. People are like, yeah, he was a good guy. He did one weird thing. He liked to crank to the fake special needs. No, that's not you. I want to have this moment with you right now. You're not your past. You're not everything that you've ever done. You're not all your mistakes. That's okay. It's okay. But the reason it can be okay is because I need you to be better. And I believe you can. Maybe this is something that maybe it's going to take some work. Maybe you're going to have to wean yourself off of it. Wean yourself off a little bit. That's okay, but we can be better, and we will. All right, and we will. But I don't know what to tell you. It's a power. Sex is a powerful drug. We covered Bill Belichick on this program before, and that situation, as I predicted several episodes ago, has snowballed. Let's get into it after some tour dates. Here we go. All right, folks. Raleigh, North Carolina this weekend. Dallas, Texas, May 23rd to the 25th. Sacramento, Punchline, June 4th. June 5th, San Francisco, Punchline, June 6th and 7th. Filming my special at the San Francisco Punchline. Get your tickets for that now. June 20th, Cleveland through the 22nd. Phoenix just added June 26th to the 28th. St. Petersburg, Florida, July 11th to the 12th. Springfield, Massachusetts, September 12th and 13th. Washington, D.C., September 18th to the 20th. Long Island, 3rd and 4th of October. Charlotte, North Carolina, October 9th to the 11th. San Diego, November 6th to the 8th. JoeyAvery.com/live for all those beautiful dates. Let's get back to the show. So here we are. We talked about Bill Belichick and his lady and how this was not looking ideal. The general arc is Bill Belichick gets seen banging a young chick, and he's already been with a few ladies. We discussed his previous ladies. He's won his rings. He's doing the college thing. People are kind of like, hey, he's done his stuff. Good job. Good for him. Fuck it. Whatever. She starts being involved, and it's kind of like, oh, he's dressing up weird, and that's interesting. And now it's full-fledged, real getting crazy time. This interview set everybody over the top. We saw it coming, so I feel obligated to keep you posted. Here we are.
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
Alrighty then. So that tracks with what we had talked about last time. She's trying to take over kind of like the media side, behaving a little weirdly, getting really involved in everything. UNC is fucked. They thought they were getting a full Belichick thing. They're getting his just, I'm fucking, who cares? I'm doing my shit. Fuck you. And this is her moment. She's stepping up. Now, she thought she was going to be off camera there. Shout out to, I think that was CBS. I don't know who did that, but great, smart, shrewd work by them to showcase what's actually happening behind the scenes there. And people are going crazy. Now, I think most of you are probably thinking, well, that's not looking good. But there is, you could make the argument like, hey, who cares? It's his life. What do you care about his personal life? Why would this story tickle the nerve of the nation so much? Aside from Bill, obviously, always being this kind of shrewd, no-nonsense guy, now putting up with a lot of nonsense. It's interesting. It's fascinating. It's the arc of life. It's the weakness of man. It's the power of yeah, it's all that. I think the reason that it's tickling a nerve is because everyone experiences some form of this in their life. And I'm going to come out and say it, the annoying girl who ruins a kind of sweet and accomplished dude otherwise, sweet may be the wrong word, but sweet being like, that dude fucking rules. And now he's absolutely love drunk and getting dog walked by a clear lunatic who it makes no sense for this person to be with. That's a tale as old as time. That might be what Adam and Eve is about. I haven't read it. Okay, but this is an absolute archetype. We've lost some good fucking men out there. Okay, we have. Now, both men and women can be toxic. This is not like oh, dude, chicks just ruin guys who are sick. That's not my take. That's not my take at all. In fact, when guys are abusive, it's way, way worse and really not fun to talk about on a comedy program generally. It's more just straight up horrible. This is at least kind of fun because it's just like, dude, that guy's so smart. He won all these Super Bowls and his dick is just ruining him right now. And that's funny because it's real. It's relatable. And we've lost a lot of good fucking soldiers out there. Dude, I've lost some of my own. It's a goddamn tragedy. Some great men. Some lovely dudes. Some good people. Just absolutely brought into a fuck vortex of absolute hell, and they don't know their way out because they're trapped. They don't know how to leave. They don't know how to leave because they don't want to. Bill Belichick is like a dude in a fucking corn maze right now, but he's fucking in the middle of it. So he's like, why would I find my way out of this? I'm banging what is she, 26? The other thing is people think it's creepy. Yeah. Can't really wind up and defend Bill on that. It's like, hey, he's getting a thing that works for him, all right, and she's getting a thing that works for her, all right, but also you're getting paid millions of dollars. She's involved herself in his professional life. That smoke belongs to you. She's teasing some sort of response video that is two of them and is it's in her camera roll and it's apparently 35 minutes of I would imagine absolute fucking insanity. And I'd love to see it. I would frame by frame watch that live on this show so that we could all enjoy. I mean, there's not too many ways to take this story, but we're going to have to keep checking in because we're just losing one. Bill's like a man's, like even the context of in that clip, he's wearing like an old hoodie that says Navy on it with a tear in it. And that goes from like, oh, this dude didn't have time to dress himself because the only thing that he's married to is watching game film on his opponents, to like, did this chick buy that thing at Hollister and put a tear in it and then style him for this interview and be like, okay, Bill, we're going to go with controlled chaos today. Hey, lady, you're fucking nuts. And it's hilarious. And I have no fucking dog in this fight. I don't care about the Patriots. I don't care about UNC. I don't care about Bill. I don't care about her. I care about being a messy little bitch who loves drama. And I'm here for this. I don't watch that many reality shows. I watch sports, so then I involve myself unhealthily in this relationship because this, as a man, is me getting into a reality show in a way that still protects my fragile state of masculinity. Okay, boys, listen up. This is an important way to move through life. Now, I'm not going to just sit here and be like, that's fucking gay, because that's not very nice to gay people. But I also grew up in the 90s, and the schoolyard has been internalized in my brain. So I have to protect myself somehow. So, gentlemen, this is our reality show. Get your fucking popcorn, bitches. Let's watch Bill get into a messy little car crash and see how it pays off while saying it's because we care about UNC football. It's not a bad idea, boys. Strap in, bitch. It's Bravo time. Let's see. You know what? While we're here, let's see if ChatGPT can write us like a snappy little I'll find some reality show music to layer in under this, and let's see if we can layer in a snappy little kind of Bravo intro to this show. All right, I haven't read this yet. I'm going to go as sassy as possible. I don't know what it's going to sound like. We're just going to have to live in the moment here. Let's get sassy. This is a Bravo show for Bill Belichick. Coming this fall, Fourth and Flirty, the Belichick rebuild. This season, legendary NFL coach Bill Belichick is trading playbooks for power moves on and off the field. After parting ways with the Patriots, he's back on the sidelines, but this time it's college ball at UNC, baby, and he's not doing it alone. Enter Jordan, his much younger influencer / sports psychology enthusiast girlfriend who's here for the likes, the drama, and maybe, just maybe, the legacy. He's coaching football, but I'm coaching life, is what I imagine Jordan would say. From locker room politics to campus gossip, from tailgates to TikToks, the tension's high and the stakes are higher. Can Bill rebuild a college program and his public image without getting benched by Gen Z? Or will the real game be happening off the field? Tune in to Fourth and Flirty, where the age gap is wide, the spirals are tight, and the sidelines are hotter than ever. I'm watching that show. That's a great program, folks. That is some sassy fucking shit. I want this to be a reality show. If they don't get, we're doing every goddamn sports doc, okay? They film like the fucking Arizona Cardinals at training camp. Who gives a fuck? I want to see Bill Belichick and this chick, dude. Full tilt. I want to, HP, skin him out. I want to watch him. Fuck. Yeah. Full tilt. Give me the full thing. I want to see the drama of the UNC program, but I want all access. And no, Jordan, you don't get fucking director's cut. We want to see it all. I want to see y'all fighting back there, fighting about dumb shit, like him getting mad you'd never heard of Jimmy Buffett. That's the type of shit that I want to see. I want to know what they talk about. She's like, let me do this for a TikTok. And Bill just goes, yeah, okay. Dude's just trying to fuck. That dude is trying to fuck. Now, you could probably, like, just be, that's the thing to me is it's like, just be single. Like just hook up with her a bit. You don't have to make her the queen of this castle. I could be wrong. She could be a great defensive mind. Who knows? Look, I do think it has reached the point. I mean, and it's their choice for doing it this way publicly. But part of me is like, it's like he did it. You know, he kind of feels like he's done. He's done his thing. Can he just chill? Well, he's made some interesting choices, and now we're all on board. And now it's tabloid Bill. This is not the Patriot way. But hey, fuck it. I'm watching this show. I'm watching it. Okay. Yeah, you have to do things to get attention these days. That's what he's doing. Maybe he's secretly starting an OnlyFans. Maybe that's what it is. But moving on, we got a couple more stories here for you today. Interesting story in the New York Times. Beige is the color of money, is what it's called. Here, what they are talking about is how rich people are flocking to neutrals. So, I'm just bringing you that so that you can fit in, when you're doing brunch in Soho or when you're skiing in Switzerland. I know we have a very rich audience. Everyone in the 12 is completely wealthy. Billionaires only. It's a podcast by and for billionaires. Neutral hues have overtaken St. Moritz and other moneyed enclaves. The ultra wealthy don't want to show off, says one luxury designer. Now that is interesting, not just because we're not just here to discuss fashion and tell you how to fit in your moneyed enclaves, which is, if I don't fucking die rich in a moneyed enclave, I'll kill myself, which I guess would just be shortening my opportunity to complete the mission. But I would love, I say this a lot, I can't wait to be criminally and disgustingly out of touch. Like, I really do want this podcast to get to a point where instead of, I have some other stories on the docket about how 74% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and how the younger generation isn't seeing a future at their jobs and wages are stagnant. And we have these because, in theory, they speak to large trends and what's relatable and what's going on and things that we can all feel in our lives. Where I want the podcast to get is me sitting in a multi-million-dollar house in Carmel, looking out over Pebble Beach and just spending an hour and a half bitching about how my caddy didn't wipe my sand wedge appropriately. Like, I can't wait to become a piece of shit, but unfortunately, I might not have it in me. But we'll see. I mean, in my own ways, I do. We focus on the main problems of the day, like, why are people pretending to be mentally handicapped just to sell porn? It bothers me. But beige is taking over the moneyed enclaves because the rich don't want to show off, and why would they? They're going to get eaten. I do think that this is interesting because it is a sign of people understanding the temperature. Rich people are looking around going, if it's gotten so bad out there that people are selling pussy online and pretending to have an extra chromosome, maybe I shouldn't walk down the street dressed like Corella fucking DeVille, smoking a cigarette out of a holder and laughing and going, isn't it nice to have it so well? Maybe I'll just wear beige and hang out for a bit. Now, we think that we see money because, rappers or streamers will be wearing chains and wandering around town and showcasing their Lamborghinis, most of which are rented and what have you. But that is all ridiculous shit. The truly rich people, you're not going to see them on Instagram or TikTok. You're barely going to see them because they're dressed in fucking camouflage because they want you to forget. They don't want you to remember that they inherited an amount of money that would change you and every single person you know's lives until the end of time. They would prefer to dress like an oak tree and stand behind it while you get mad at someone who's barely richer than you for going out to a nice dinner. That's what they're actually looking. The camouflage. Now, the article is written in the way all fashion articles are. I mean, let's see if I can. I'll see if I can find a little taste of it, because they make it seem like, anything that's in style. If you're writing about style, they make it seem brilliant. Like they make it seem like it's against the backdrop of an anti-elitist mood in the United States and Europe, the privileged world of St. Moritz has become a place of soothing neutrals. You see it at shops like the Cashmere Purveyor Lam, in the lobby of Badrut's Palace Hotel, and the terrace of the Paradiso restaurant with its views on Engadine Valley. The ultra-wealthy don't want to show off. This class of people is super discreet and doesn't want to be seen. Stylish, but not too much out of the perimeter of being noticeable. It's a mature kind of luxury that doesn't seek external validation. It's my feeling is that color will eventually come back, but right now everybody likes beige. This is just what people are doing, and they make it seem brilliant. These people are just fucking. There's two types. Some of them are just seeing what other people are doing and just fucking rocking with it, and the ones who are really smart are just like, yeah, fucking, let's just fucking chill for a bit, bud. Let's calm down, because these people know. Now, people who a lot of people who show off their wealth are people who actually made it. These people, a lot of them are. They're really proud and snooty, but like deep down at a core level, they are truly embarrassed. And they try to make up for it by... Timo Meyer is FaceTiming me. Sup, dude?
What's up?
Dude, I'm doing a podcast right now. What are you doing? Oh.
New York City, how are you?
All right, little FaceTime there. Speaking of the well-to-do, but this is my point. These people, a lot of them inherited this, and as much as they would never fully admit it, and they could not actually let themselves let go of their creature comforts and way of being, and they like to make up for it by pretending they care about the environment, or they're wearing recycled on their private jet, or whatever the fuck they do, until they give up and embrace the fact that they're just fucking gonna do whatever they're gonna do. They're a little embarrassed. And so blending in a little bit makes sense, and they will do that right up until it becomes mildly fashionable in the rich areas to not. But this is an economic indicator of where things are going and how vibes are in the country. I think billionaires are probably looking at Elon Musk going, hey, shut the fuck up, dude. Don't wander around cutting everyone's programs. Just run the government from behind the scenes like a normal fucking billionaire, quietly and in beige. But some people can't help themselves. One final story here, an interesting one out of San Diego, a land we know, a land we love. A little burger chain, a little restaurant called Swag U. A Wagyu, I assume a high-quality beef burger, kind of smash burger vibes place that was a local spot and then has become a chain, and then the chain is run by a company that people are like, hey, that might have ties to the cartel. To which I say, good. Truly, good. Why the fuck not? I mean, at this point, how many Wagyu or smash burger or new elevated burger places do we need before we can just embrace that we might as well have one that's run by the cartel? Now, we don't have direct evidence. The main guy who started it was one of these, these classic branding guys who like, looks like he bought a G-Wagon and like wrapped it in Swag U, and he's always wearing his Swag U hat, and he's selling merch and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But just the classic, like even the name, and maybe it's good, maybe it is, but it's dripping of douche. Like the fact that that's even a good idea for them to take this and then make it a chain so that dumb people can look at and I'm sure the burger's probably fine, but people are like, ooh, wow, a fast casual place with these new burgers, swag you, and it's cool. Jiminy fucking Christmas. You deserve a Cartel burger. I hope it's made of human meat. I mean, like, honestly, like, I love a good burger. It's a drug. It's good for you. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel a little bit bad after. Right coming over the border there. Why don't we just have the Cartel fucking running that? It makes perfect sense. The guy who wrapped the G-Wagon is no longer with the company. I think I prefer the Cartel. They're at least more subtle about how they do business. Now, I'm not a pro-Cartel guy. I think that's well documented. That's on the record. I don't like the Cartel. I don't think they're very nice at all. And I don't support any form of traffic, much less human trafficking. Not into it, don't like it, not my thing. I have not spent enough time in the moneyed enclaves to enjoy it. Not a Cartel guy, just not my thing. I'm going to come out right out and say it. But I am also not a fan of San Diego guys who put the word swag into things, wear a flat brim hat, and wrap a G-Wagon with their burger restaurant. I'm frankly not a fan of that either. And if I had to pick, at least Roberto or whatever has a more low-key vibe because they're trying to chill. They're trying to chill. It really is it's a depressing part of the portion of society that we're in today that when you really follow the money at any level, it does kind of suck. And much like if you look at like the food pyramid and you're like, oh, wow, I could have Trix, or I could have Honey Nut Cheerios, or I could have whatever. And then you look at how every single brand all rolls up into like one or two fucking companies and everything just congeals at the top. This feels the same thing with money. These rich people, these fucking people wearing beige and Saint Tropez, okay, might be partial investors in this because everything's like, I got money everywhere. I can park it here, park it there, do whatever, just make money for free. Yeah, I'm going to wear beige because I don't want people to see me stand out because I'm not fucking doing shit. I'm drinking Aperol Spritz and going skiing all day, and I'm making more money than the people who are fucking grinding. And by the way, I do it too, but it's not good. It's not a great place to get. It feels like stuff's getting weird. And you know what's confirmation of that? The fact that the best people in this fucking economy, people who are at least still working hard, putting in the work day in and day out, are people who are faking being fucking retarded to sell pussy. We are where we are. And at the end of the day, you can only control what you can control. You can be happy with what you can do in your own life, and you need to make sure you're happy with who you are so that you can do that. It's not worth every day getting wound up over all these issues that I just spent a little bit of your day exposing you to, but it is worth thinking about it so we can understand, so we can look with clear eyes at how things work, and then bring things back to ourselves and say, hey, no matter who I've been, no matter what I've done, I am certainly not going to touch myself to that person with the fake filter on OnlyFans. Clean up your side of the street, okay? Be better. Don't eat at Swag You, okay? We can't support either the G-Wagon guy or the Cartel. Wear beige to fit in, but not so much that they come for you when they come for them, and just work hard, be good, do your best, and we can all make the world a little bit brighter, one less fake Down syndrome filter at a time. That has been my message for this week. I hope it finds you well. This has been The Joey Show. I'm Joey Avery. Please come out and see me on tour. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Yeah, tell a friend to start with this episode and then see how they feel. And if they're not cool about it, then they're not your friend anyway. And if you love something, set it free. I'm Joey Avery. This is The Joey Show. I love you. Good night. Thank God I have a podcast.